You've been told that a higher salary will end your money worries. That's a lie. In reality, every raise you get silently locks you deeper into a cycle where you feel perpetually broke. Your lifestyle expands to swallow every extra dollar, and your financial stress doesn't vanish, it just upgrades to a more expensive version of the same anxiety. They told you a bigger paycheck would quiet the anxiety, that crossing some imaginary income line would finally feel like enough. But the moment you get that raise, a silent shift happens. Your baseline resets. A slightly nicer apartment, a new subscription, upgraded groceries, and suddenly you're exactly where you started, just with higher bills. The peace you were promised never arrives. The pressure just changes shape. Picture this, you just landed a $10,000 raise. In that moment, the tightness in your chest loosens. You run the numbers. Maybe now you can finally upgrade the apartment, book the trip, stop sweating the grocery bill. It feels like breathing room. For the first time in years, you think, I'm going to be okay. That first promotion lands, suddenly your old apartment feels beneath you. You tell yourself you've earned it. Floor-to-ceiling glass, a rooftop pool, a concierge who knows your name. So you sign the lease. The rent is double, but the math feels justified. This isn't a splurge. It's alignment with your new status. The treadmill just sped up. The apartment came with an unspoken accessory, a new set of wheels. Your practical sedan suddenly felt like a prop from a past life. You didn't run the numbers again. You just walked into a luxury dealership and leased a vehicle that quietly reinforced who you'd become. You barely noticed the shift. Suddenly, there were 2 restaurant dinners a week, then 3. Every streaming service went ad-free. The delivery app stayed on your home screen. These weren't conscious decisions, they were just life now. Because your income climbed, your baseline followed, quietly, automatically. And the gap between what you earn and what you feel you need, it never actually closes. 6 months later, you open your banking app and that familiar knot tightens in your stomach. The number is dangerously low, identical to the panic you felt before the raise. But this time, it's worse. You've upgraded your rent, your subscriptions, your baseline. The treadmill just sped up, and stepping off now means dismantling the life you built to escape. But here's what's strange. Think back to your old salary, the one you were desperate to escape. That exact same knot of financial stress was already there, tightening in your chest. The raise came, the numbers climbed, and yet the worry didn't dissolve. Why didn't more money silence the anxiety? There's a psychological process quietly erasing every raise you get. It's called hedonic adaptation. Your brain is wired to treat new pleasures as normal surprisingly fast. So that bigger paycheck stops feeling like progress and becomes just another baseline you struggle to maintain, leaving you stuck no matter how much more you earn. Your brain has an internal financial thermostat. When your income rises, it doesn't celebrate for long. Instead, it recalibrates. That upgraded apartment or weekly takeout quickly transforms from a luxury into your new emotional baseline, just the bare minimum. The thrill evaporates, leaving you back where you started, only now needing even more to feel the same. In 1978, researchers tracked lottery winners. Right after the win, they felt ecstatic. But within a year, their happiness levels had drifted straight back to where they were before. The massive windfall changed nothing emotionally. Your brain calibrates to whatever it has. So every time you think a bigger salary will finally fix things, you're chasing a finish line that keeps moving. Your brain wasn't designed to feel financially secure. For your ancestors, contentment meant death. Those who always wanted more food, more shelter, survived long enough to pass on their genes. You inherited their restless programming. So when a raise hits, your brain just resets the goalpost. It's not greed, it's an ancient survival instinct misfiring in a modern paycheck. Your emotional life isn't a ladder you climb, it's a treadmill. You sprint for a raise, a bonus, a bigger house, convinced that's the finish line. But the track just speeds up. You're running faster and faster, yet your emotional baseline hasn't moved an inch. That's the trap. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Your salary climbs, but so does your appetite. The raise you celebrated last month is already the bare minimum. You haven't escaped financial stress, you've simply moved the goalpost. The hedonic treadmill ensures that every new level of income quickly becomes your new normal, demanding an even bigger jump just to feel that same fleeting rush of satisfaction. You're running a race that can't be won. That raise didn't just buy nicer things. It quietly raised your floor. A larger mortgage, premium car payments, subscriptions you forgot about. Your baseline cost of living expanded. Now a single missed paycheck isn't an inconvenience, it's a crisis. The treadmill didn't just keep you running, it removed the safety net beneath you. Think back to your last raise. That moment you saw the new number, felt the relief, then watched it dissolve into a slightly nicer dinner, a subscription upgrade, a car that suddenly felt necessary. You didn't feel richer, you just landed where you started. If that sounds familiar, drop your story in the comments. You'll quickly see you're far from alone. The hedonic treadmill doesn't just run on your own adaptation. It accelerates when you stop comparing your life to your past and start measuring it against the curated highlight reels of your peers. Their promotion, their vacation, their new car become your new baseline. That raise you fought for, it already feels insufficient. Your enough point just moved further away. Now imagine the hedonic treadmill running at 10x speed. Instagram and LinkedIn serve you a non-stop feed of others' expensive milestones, promotions, new houses, lavish vacations. Every scroll quietly raises your baseline. Past generations compared themselves to a few neighbors. You're comparing yourself to millions 24/7. That's not just keeping up, it's keeping up with the entire world. Here's the chemical reality. Every swipe of your card triggers a burst of dopamine. But your brain is a ruthless accountant. It downregulates those receptors to keep things level. That new car smell fades, and suddenly you need a luxury watch, then a bigger house, just to get the same modest relief. You're not rewarding yourself, you're self-medicating. Here's the paradox. Studies reveal that high earners often experience the same, if not greater, financial anxiety as those earning far less. Instead, comfort, extra income raises the psychological stakes. The fear of losing what you've built starts to outweigh the thrill of having it. So you're not freer, you're just guarding a more expensive cage. Here's the trap. Your salary climbs, and so does your spending. The nicer apartment, the lease payments, the subscriptions, they all become non-negotiable. Soon, quitting that soulless job isn't an option because your lifestyle demands every dollar. You didn't just earn more, you built your own cage. Now the income that was supposed to free you is the thing holding you prisoner. True wealth is silent. It's not the car, the watch, or the kitchen. It's the unseen runway, the liquid assets that buy you months of freedom, the ability to say no. High consumption creates a high-stakes lifestyle. High savings creates options. One looks rich, the other is unshakable. You can't see security from the outside. That's the point. Here's why lifestyle creep never reverses on its own. It works like a ratchet. Each new expense clicks the gear forward. Once a cost is accepted, your brain reclassifies it as essential. You could technically cancel the premium subscriptions or downsize the lease, but your mind codes every reversal as a painful loss. So the expense stays locked and the ratchet tightens. The goal isn't to earn less. It's to sever the emotional link between income and the happiness you expect from spending it. Disconnect the raise from the reward. When you do, more money actually starts to feel like more freedom. The antidote to the hedonic treadmill is mental, not mathematical. So here's the question only you can answer. If you could freeze your lifestyle permanently, what annual income would let you feel secure, free, and genuinely satisfied? Not the number you're chasing now, the one where if you reached it, you'd stop. Because without a finish line, no raise ever lands. Define your enough before the treadmill does it for you. Instead of another pay raise disappearing into upgrades you stop noticing, direct your next dollar toward what actually moves the needle. A shared experience, deeper connection, or simply buying back your time. Research is clear, status purchases fade, but memories and moments with the people you love compound in value. That's how you escape the treadmill. The moment your salary increases, immediately bump your automatic savings rate by at least half the raise. Do this before your brain registers the extra income. Move it straight to an investment account you never check. You can't spend what you don't see. Your future wealth builds itself silently while your lifestyle stays frozen. But here's the twist, and it's crucial. That hedonic treadmill can bend. Earning more does boost your well-being if you spend it on others or on services that give you back your time. The adaptation curve isn't fate. When money buys freedom from chores or funds a gift for someone you love, your happiness baseline actually rises. That pay bump you're chasing, it's not for a bigger apartment, it's your freedom fund. Every extra dollar is a brick in a bridge that lets you take a 6-month sabbatical, switch careers cold, or walk away from a toxic job without panic. Stop spending it on a nicer cage. Here's the shift. A raise isn't permission to spend more. It's a chance to buy back your time. Every dollar you don't commit to a bigger mortgage or car payment is a dollar that works to shorten your mandatory career. The ultimate luxury isn't a nicer apartment. It's waking up and deciding exactly how you spend your day. You break the cycle by intentionally keeping a few frugal habits alive, not out of scarcity, but as an anchor. Pick one recurring discomfort: a cold shower, a no-spend Sunday, a simple meal you don't upgrade. These conscious routines recalibrate your thermostat. They remind your brain that enough is still enough, so your next raise actually expands your life, not just your spending. Wealth isn't your salary. It's the gap between what you earn and what you need to spend to feel like yourself. Shrink that need, let your identity cost less, and that gap widens. Suddenly, you're freer than the millionaire whose lifestyle demands a fortune just to break even. The moment you stop treating the next raise as the thing that will finally make you feel safe, you collapse the entire anxiety loop. You realize the stress wasn't coming from your income level, it was coming from the chase. Financial peace isn't a number on a paycheck. It's a decision to feel secure with enough right now. So here's the principle you can't afford to forget. A raise is a tool, not a solution. Left unchecked, your psychology will adapt and absorb every extra dollar. The lottery winners returned to baseline happiness, and your salary bump will too. Intercept it. Automatically redirect that money before your lifestyle creeps up. Use it to buy genuine autonomy, breathing room, time, options, not a gilded cage that just costs more to maintain. If your next raise landed in your bank account tomorrow, knowing what you now understand about the hedonic treadmill, what would you do differently? Would you still upgrade your lifestyle the same way? Or would you quietly redirect that money before your mind had a chance to adjust? The single decision you make in that moment doesn't just shape your finances, it rewrites your entire future. The answer changes everything.